today's story, the new evil villain of the show shows us how evil he truly is by nearly stabbing his former brother before saying, wait, never mind, I gotta do this later, I'm almost late for a children's card game.
Funny.
It's massive chest versus massive forehead. All my fellow feature outlaws, as this is Card Game versus Humanity, and I'm that NKK Double G. Back with a recap of the show where the fear of being tardy is the only thing that can stop the main antagonist, Duel Monster. So if any of you enjoy, don't forget that sub, that bell, that like, and out the Patreon if you want to support me. Leave a comment telling me if you would be upset as well if your friend didn't dream of you while he was nearly dying from a lightning strike. A lightning strike that brings us all to Odeon's room all of a sudden. Just funny to me because I'm pretty sure they only had one elevator down from the dueling arena, which means they would have either had to ride with Merrick or just politely take turns. The doctor says this man has been through a lot of mental trauma, which is I guess what you call a lightning bolt to the head these days, leaving everyone in a total state of confusion as they'll apparently never figure out who this guy was, even though I'm 94% sure he just told them at the end of the last episode before revealing Merrick's evil side. Apparently Joey just figured it out that having friends is what saved him from the life of becoming a vegetable. But all his friends being together in the same grade definitely makes sense, and that's what saved him. Basically, if friendship was a monster card, Raw would be running scared.
That dream's almost as touching as the one where you were making vanilla pudding with that monkey.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't a euphemism? I don't know, man. I'm still skeptical. Everyone says, hey, isn't there another duel coming up? Let's forget Odeon immediately and head out. Before Joey can exit the door, a hot woman asks him about that near-death dream that he had and if she was anywhere in it.
Most of my dreams are very manly. You know, driving cars, fixing stuff, eating donuts, you know, guy stuff.
Yeah, man. Guy stuff. Breaking shit, playing games, fixing shit, eating donuts, taking a shit. Joey sneaks away and says that was close. It'd be a terrible thing if this woman that I've already shared multiple intimate moments with thinks that I'm actually thinking about her. That could cause all sorts of problems. Well, he's not wrong, just mostly with the police.
Get up off of that thing!
No, I try hard not to repeat any Little Karibo jokes on this show, but this time I gotta break that rule because he kinda just hit the nail on the goddamn head. Why did she walk away like such a pimp? My name is Maya, and I'm very sad that Joey didn't hallucinate me during his lightning coma dream. Clearly, he doesn't care about me or my boobies. No one tells Maya what to do. I don't need friends. No one needs them. That's not definitely a setup for the rest of this episode. We head back to the almighty bingo machine where everyone but Merrick and Ishizu have gathered together. Joey claims that Merrick should be DQ'd because he used the wrong name, but Kaiba isn't hearing any of that. This is a competition of skill, not names. Just ignore the fact that I called you insane and made a whole big fuss of the fact that you called out his wrong name at the end of the last duel.
It means to get rid of the competition. You should be man enough to use your deck and not...
No, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Why is Tristan black? I mean, he's like 34% cooler, but just... Really? The balls start flying around and the first duelist is chosen, number 4, aka My Valentine. He decides to take out before her opponent is even chosen because it's not like he'll have time to deck prepare anyway. Being all cold and bitchy and saying thanks to a certain blonde-haired monkey that didn't include me in his psychotic coma dream, we're not friends anymore.
Believe it or not, I was a good duelist before I met you.
We head back to the doctor who's finally locking the door to Odeon's room. Oh, hey, it's Merrick. Let me just take over your mind real quick and take that key card and go in there and tell Odeon how cool I think he is. Raising his rod into the air, he claims he's going to finish the job and send this poor soul to the Shadow Realm. I promise there isn't a secret stabbing device hidden in this Millennium Rod. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, shit, what's that? My ball has been chosen. I'm late for a duel. This somehow stops me from doing the quick and simple task of stabbing this poor gentleman. I mean, sending him to the Shadow Realm. Now I must go or be late for a card game. Being on time is very important to me. The law of the cards must be obeyed, even though we have no idea who set them in motion at all still. I and Kaiba are already at the top of the arena impatiently waiting for the new big baddie to appear. Honestly, he gets there pretty quickly, so I have to applaud his honor to not being tardy, claiming that this won't take long. I agrees, thinking she's actually going to claim Raw from Merrick, even though she doesn't know that minor characters are just not allowed.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Aw, that was kind of nice. Maybe this will be a pleasant duel where no one gets hurt. Ladies first, as Mai summons Dunamis Dark Witch to the field with no back row. Nigger turns to Merrick and counter by summoning a monster that we've never seen before. Revival Jam and Defense Mode. Activating Jam Breeding Machine as well, making me wonder if I'm supposed to believe that he actually went back to where Strings passed out and picked up the cards that he lost. Everyone else arrives late because Tristan was busy taking a huge dump, ready to support My Valentine, claiming that she doesn't want them here and she doesn't need it. We then get a short clip of Taya seeing an Ojama for the first time.
Yugi, what's that thing?
Yugi tries to yell at Mai at max volume because you know he secretly just wants more screen time. Claiming he's just here to help, but unfortunately she refuses to listen, attacking the revival gem and allowing it to immediately just reform and come back. It's almost like she had no idea. It's almost like she should have just let Yugi talk for 3 more seconds and she wouldn't have wasted the turn. It's Merrick's turn and he activates a magic card that allows him to draw 2 more cards. I'm not 100% sure what it was called though, like pot of weed or something. Getting a slime token before setting a card face down and pulling up a card basically explaining that it's a trap card that will stop her attacks, so you know you You should go ahead and attack. Attack, says Mai? Nah, I'd rather just top deck my best and rarest card, Harpy's Feather Duster. Just clear the field away before attacking your slime token for 1300 damage. Something that doesn't seem to affect Merrick. Actually seems to be quite happy just sitting there taking damage, telling everyone that he's going to send them all into the great abyss. As long as it's not James Cameron.
I summon Melkid the four-faced beast. I sacrifice, summon.
Okay, bro, you can't just double summon twice in one turn like that. You're not allowed to just card special summon with... Son of a bitch. I was annoyed for that for so many years, too. And what has to be the quickest sequence ever where a monster this powerful is just taken care of without problem. Merrick attacks with a mass beast only to be thwarted by the monster's disgusting reflection. Cutting its attack points in half from the mirror wall and being quickly taken out by the Dunamis Dark Wind. Massive Remnants takes over her monster and also allows him to shuffle his deck because apparently he thinks that's a good effect to have. Quite literally having to waste 3 more cards than Mai did and having less life points, everyone's sitting there scared thinking that she's still in way over her head.
What's up with that creepy smile Merrick's wearing all of a sudden?
Joey, what are you talking about? He's been doing that since he got here. Merrick says playtime is over, coming to the dueling arena in a thick fog of grape jelly. Claiming that they're all about to head to the Shadow Realm, aka a duelist basement room that's covered in nothing but posters of trap trick monsters. The horror.
This is not part of the game.
Silly Mai. When Kaiba's throwing a tournament, everything's a part of the game. He yells even harder, asking Mai to forfeit the match now, which I'm pretty sure would instantly cause her to be screwed by the Shadow Realm since it's, already too late and it's already out. Again, top-notch advice from best friend Yugi Moto. Mai sets a card face down and summons the unfriendly Amazon, attacking her own witch right away. An apparent just 2k normal monster summon that begins to glow without warning. Being told by Merrick that every monster in her deck represents a memory in her life, a person that she cared about. And if that monster happens to be destroyed, so goes that memory of that person. Oh god, imagine if that happened in a duel today, he'd be blank in one turn. For some reason, out of all people in her life, hundreds of people, family and friends that she would have more significant connections with, is the one that's taken from her memory. Nope, not people that she's known way longer or more significant, it's Taya. The episode ends with Merrick monologuing some more about how this foolish girl has no idea what she's gotten herself into. That the Shadow Realm has the power to turn everyone you remember into John Cena every time a monster's destroyed. And as we all know, you can't see him. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I want to thank you all for watching and a closer shout out to my patrons. If you're all wondering where I'm going to be over the weekend, well, it's Mania season, and it's in my contract that I be a drunken asshole and powerbomb at least 3 of my friends. So that's where I'll be. This has been the Man from Earth with all the growth, ladies and gentlemen. 10 more episodes. We're at Hondo. I'm hungry. Later. Mai agrees, claiming that Mai agrees actually claiming everyone else a lot. It's me from not doing the quick and simple task of just stabbing this gentleman or sending him to the... Yugi yells at Mai to forfeit, really?